You see a Queen of Pain ban, which is just a good matchup versus the Razor, having the blink, which basically denies, the static link in mid. They don't have to ban the OD here. Oh, the OD is already banned, excuse me. I was going to say that Razor matchup is pretty good for Razor overall.
10 seconds remaining.
But you definitely do want a sort of space creation hero for the mid for Infamous. So Quap makes sense here. Anti-Mage ban is pretty standard. I mean, you're running a Medusa. OD is banned out of the pool, so this is just a great Medusa game with that ban. And sort of any active mid laner can work here. Yule Scepter builders, DP, Lina. Yule Scepter pretty good versus the Razor as well as the Disruptor, unless the Disruptor is able to get an Aghanims, which is very rare, especially coming out of the 5 position. So I definitely like any of those sort of heroes for Infamous. It's possible that they run something like a Kunkka as well with the boat. They're going to pick the Monkey King. Okay, this is an interesting one. It was a hero I considered, but against Glimpse, I feel it's very difficult. Against Razor as well, I feel it's very difficult. But obviously, they're pretty darn confident in it to do this. Perhaps it's one of RoboZ's comfort heroes. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't followed him all that much. But it is a hero that can pressure in lane. It's a hero that exploits the weaknesses of his opponent. And RoboZ has had a couple of tough matchups in mid, so perhaps this is something he's comfortable with. And with the first 4 heroes that Infamous assembled, they felt like, let's just pick a hero that works. The one thing I will say about this Monkey King is that naturally you've got this Medusa and Keeper of the Light that push lanes out. And so that provides a lot of wiggle room for the Monkey King to do his business in the trees. Because you've got extra added vision by the lanes being shoved out, you can sort of look for pickoffs with the Earth Spirit and the Tide Hunter while staying in the trees as the Monkey King. So I definitely understand the synergy as far as that goes. We did say at the end of the day that you need a space creation hero for this Medusa, and Monkey King to an extent certainly fits that bill. But perhaps an even more surprising pickup in the 5th slot for Jesus Amigos is the Slark for Leo Style. And they may even put this Slark mid against the Monkey King. Not the greatest matchup, but it's a decent one. It is a good matchup versus Tide, though, and ADR is the one to pick up Razor. So it's likely that the Razor goes towards mid. Essence Shift is obviously very good versus the Tide Hunter. He wants to stand up in your face and be anchor smashing, but he can't do that when you're stealing his stats. Disruptor looking a lot like Raiden from Mortal Kombat here. Pretty damn cool set for Duster. But we'll get into this one. It's 1-0 for Infamous. And a lot of cool. We're getting so deep into Dota that everybody's got some real cool ass cosmetics on their heroes. Even the Dusa looking fly. The Tide Hunter, probably the most plain of everyone here. Even the Beastmaster is actually totally standard. But when your name is 3 blocks, I mean, yeah, you could probably be gifted a couple of sets. Use a few gifts. So hopefully we get into this one shortly. Should be loading in momentarily unless we're paused. Infamous up game 1 on their opponents, the Brazilian squad. Winner moves on to losers round 3, which is 1 series, and the winner of that moves on to the losers finals, who will face the loser of Chaos Esports Club and Rei do Piccole, which I think means Popsicle King. At least that's what someone in chat told me. And as you can see, guys, this is Jesus. Young Jesus. He's got a great half face profile as well. Nice dimple. And we'll see if his squad can hold the faith. Infamous, a little bit more well-known, certainly. Tomato, kind of a household name, at least in North America, as far as South American players go. So the Peruvian squad looking to punch their ticket to the next round, which happens tomorrow. And it should be loads of fun. Chaos Esports Club did 2-0 Infamous earlier today. The second game being an absolute stomp. So Infamous showing some great resolve in game 1 here. And as is customary with South American Dota, we get a pause to begin the game. Nobody wants to see the enemies to see the wards that haven't been placed yet. So, you know, covering the map up, protecting from stream sniping. Shout out to all you guys flaming me in Twitch chat. I appreciate the interaction regardless.
Thank you.
And Dunha and his squad will smoke out in towards mid lane. A ward up on the Elder Titan, goes for the boots first. Can't make quite the flashy play that Moose did with his boots first tiny last game, but makes his way up to the high ground along with Duster. Like, how does this protect you from the sun? Look at this hat. It's got gaps everywhere. No wonder the guy's red skinned. He's sunburnt. Just,
30 seconds to
you know what they say, beauty is pain, I suppose. Beastmaster thought he may be pincered here, but it's just an MK. Even the Razorback looking for this block early. They may put him solo bottom lane. That's an interesting laning configuration here. As a solo versus the Tide Hunter, definitely Razor would have a great time. But if the Earth Spirit is with the Tide, he could be in a little bit of trouble early on. May have to skill the Plasma Field for the slow to help him escape. It'll be a 2-for-2 trade on the bounties. Perhaps the Monkey King here waiting for the Courier. And it is coming out towards mid. Duster finds Tomato, though. Imagine he TPs right now and gets glimpsed. That would be unfortunate, to say the least. So for now, it is going to be Leo in mid lane on the Slark. Tomato will swap with the Robo Z Medusa, who flames his own teammate. Thanks, dude. Make me walk all the way top, and now Leo, 7 stacks of the Essence Shift. Is a decent matchup against the MK. We talked about this. But unfortunately, Medusa's going to miss out on quite a bit of CS early on. Is a decent solution to the Beastmaster, as Mystic Snake does end up bouncing through. ADR is going to have a real lot of fun in this lane. And Pepita, 35 damage stolen, does the backstroke behind his tower. Leo, perhaps doing a little lane swapping of his own. He's going to switch with the Beastmaster of all heroes. Okay. I guess Beastmaster can keep the Monkey King at bay. Okay. This is interesting. Altogether interesting. Leo has a pounce, so leash available for him. Tomato makes his way back towards mid. There's a rotation coming down from the Dusa once again. I have no idea what's happening in these lanes. Okay, and back she goes. Slithering, slithering, slithering. Okay. Farm some ancients, maybe. Stack the camp or something. I don't know. I'm confused. Just as confused as you guys are. Obviously, they're trying to get the Dusa Beastmaster matchup. And the Monkey King versus the Slark. Mystic Snake gonna fly out. He has a pounce, I believe. And does make it away. Not up the hill, however, but will be salving. So, should be just fine. And an interesting dual lane configuration here. I think the biggest beneficiary, of this must be the Razor bottom lane. He's 12-4, so certainly indicative of him having a good time. Is the CS board. Mystic Snake bouncing through 3. Yummy mana for Robo Z. Duster even going to rotate into mid, and okay, with Moose's help, they get the kill on the Razor. T-Tours. Mid lane just far too interesting to leave. But the Razor does end up dropping. We'll TP down back to bottom. And Medusa 5-4, Tomato 2-2. So somehow it feels like this musical chairs laning has kind of worked out for the Radiant side. Wu gonna find the Beastmaster. There's no mana leak, of course. That was removed from the game, so don't know that they really provide any kill potential just yet on the Beast. But the body blocks, Coddle with all that move speed. 3 seconds until Boundless Strike is up, but the Echo Stomp is there. Onto Tomato, and a huge right click coming out from the Elder Titan. He's got plus 117 damage. It will kill off the MK. 4 seconds until Mystic Snake. Elder Titan boots first. He's going to waddle away. And of course, there's no one in the mid lane to kill him. Tomato will TP in, though. Has a Boundless Strike in 5. Elder Titan will flex back towards the top lane. And somehow the Radiant are having a ball of a time early on in this game. Dire Courier survives. Titan is looking to suicide here. Will stop cancel. Nice blinding light by Wu. Could ensure his right click is the only one to get the kill. And in the meantime, Moose makes his second rotation in for his second kill, or second kill participation on the Earth Spirit. They will end up getting the Slark again. Medusa goes in towards the mid, and the Monkey King back towards top. And this has been the probably lowest CS game I've seen in a little while. 5 minutes in. Highest CS is 5 CS per minute. From these pros, generally see more like 6, 7, 8. Boundless Strike going to stop the Echo Stomp. Nice dodge on the Illuminate. Oh, but a push up high ground still. The Elder Titan is too fast. The Rolling Boulder is going to whiff. And the Coddle, one more stapler hit, finishes him off. Tanha is having a blast on this Titan this game. Phase Boots picked up. Echo Stomp connects. Phase Boots away. Mystic Snake, though. Rolling Boulder, just short. And Mystic Snake will finish off the pesky Elder Titan, maker of worlds. Still, though, Leo's having a fantastic time. 10 denies on the Slark, 23 CS, and he's just been jumping from lane to lane wherever he is most fit. And it's been working out. It's out of mana at this point. Does drop his Wraith Bands for the Mango, value Mango. And still will be able to lane. They'll bring the Monkey King back now. But Slark, you know, close to eclipsing the level 5. He's not nearly as threatened as the MK as he is kind of in the early levels. Papita looking to eclipse that level 4 mark. The Beastmaster already well on his way to level 5. So the Radiant, overall, if you look at the CS, look at the net worth, everything going pretty well for them. They do get the Monkey King in mid lane. And the Slark pick is working out because of their willingness to kind of shift things around early on here. Wu TP's in towards the mid lane. The Slark is hasted. He'll make his way towards the shrine and get some value out of that with Duster. Bottom lane, Papita in trouble. The slow from the Plasma Field. One more right click. ADR gets himself a kill. It's a solo kill at that. Looks like Moose may have been scouted. No mana left for ADR. In the meantime, they get the Medusa top lane. And now Earth Spirit looking to make his move onto ADR. But ADR will catch a glimpse and make his way back to safety. Already the top tower taking quite a bit of punishment. Beastmaster's got the inner beast, so can make work of that. Has no wild axes yet, so can't cut through these trees in pursuit of the Keeper of the Light. And Coddle's going to do a little ring around the Rosie. They have a TP inbound from Papita as well on the Tide. Glimpse is not skilled up just yet, but Dunha may just run into the Keeper here. Finds him, phases. One stapler to the backside of the poor horsey. And everyone back to farming. 8 minutes in. Slight gold lead. Slight experience lead as well for the Radiant. Papita returns to lane. Same old story here. Tons of stolen damage. He may even just dive the tower for this one. ADR thinks better of it. Tied with actually a very slight move speed advantage. Wu top lane is caught by the kinetic field, but drops the Ignis Fatus. Big cooldown to be used here early on. See if they're able to get a kill off of it. Nice slow from the boulder smash. Mu's going to wait till he's in the very compromised position near the wall. Mystic Snake, right clicks, not there. Nice body block by Duster on the rolling boulder. And Shrine not available. Astral Spirit will get the kill. Or, excuse me. I guess it was a... I'm not sure what got the kill. Illuminate? Boulder Smash? It was the Illuminate. Let's see. Oh, maybe Blinding Light does into the... that little bit of damage there. 50 damage. Mid lane already with his level 6 available here is level 7 on the Slark for Leo style, and we all know what kind of snowball potential that hero has when gifted with a good early game. And Jesus and Amigos were adamant about giving that to their Slark player. Beastmaster gonna find a little bit of space bottom to try and complete up his Vlads, but the Earth Spirit rolling in connects. Beautiful. And the kickback into the Gush. Still though, Elder Titan here to break this up. Stomp. Primal Roar is there, and now they rotate in with the Razor. Easy kill onto Moose. Do they catch anyone else? Doesn't look like the slow connected. Phase boost though on this Elder Titan as he looks to pursue, and it looks like they won't get much more out of this. Invisibility rune picked up by the Slark. He'll be joined by his Elder Titan, and they'll ping out the mid lane. Duster going to find some much needed space. As a disruptor, you always want a little bit of alone time. Tomato, mid lane, could be in a bit of trouble here. And the Titan going to battle, knowing he wants to trade, being a Monkey King, and they'll catch him with the leash. Cheeky little play with the mischief, but Tomato ends up going down. Killing spree for the Titan. Medusa was scouted briefly. You see the Radiant Vision here. They have a Hawk in the area.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And now the Slark pounces away. And the Razor, yeah, we're just going to leave you there, bud. Sorry. Titan going to be the sacrificial lamb for his squad. He's still pretty tanky, though. Connects with the Echo Stomp onto one, and now ADR going to rejoin the fray. Oh, nice Blinding Light. Going to essentially save Moose's life. Illuminate coming through as well. Tomato thinking about initiating, but just going to safely drop down from the trees. In the meantime, Papita beating into the tier 1 bottom lane. Should be able to get this pretty easily. He's actually going to lose the last hit to the siege creep. That's unfortunate. But in the meantime, Beastmaster just farming up on top. ADR's got phase boots of his own. Movement up top. There is a Static Storm available on top of this Primal Roar, but they're going to have to find a squishy target to be able to kill him, just this duo. Perhaps looking for the opening to take out this mid lane tier 1. Big target bottom lane showing face is Leo style Slark. Jump down. Primal Spring. And jump up. Pounce. Beastmaster putting a little pressure in the top lane, or at least trying to apply some. And again, we're talking about this mid lane tier 1 being next highest on the list of objectives for the Radiant squad. They assemble around it. Medusa nearby does not have the Stone Gaze skilled up. Magnetize is going to be popped onto the Razor. They get the silence off. Roll forward is going to connect onto the Keeper of the Light. And the Wisp really not doing all that much. In the meantime, the Beastmaster takes out the tower. The Duster Disruptor will not go down. The Illuminate just barely whisked to the west side. Primal Roar on the north is going to find the Medusa. And the Radiant beginning to run over Infamous in this game. Papita very lucky with the Eye of the Storm procs not connecting on him thus far. But he's still going to fall here, it seems. Echo Stomp will keep the creep wave at bay. Wild Axe is up in 3 seconds. And Static Link, one more right click. Misses from the low ground. But the third one will connect. ADR on a killing spree. Tomato hanging around mid lane. Gonna jump up to the trees. Woo. Radiant Vision does not see the Keeper right now. But they will, with Wild Axes, find the Monkey King. Echo Stomp's gonna be there. And nice dodge from Tomato. He'll jump out. The Wukong's command will be there. Roll forward will find the Elder Titan. Boundless Strike from the high ground. And a Mystic Snake right click finishes him off. Medusa, the one to find the kill there. They get about half the damage of the tier 1. In the meantime, Slark is just free farming away. Has the Midas. Tomato looking for the dodge, but it is a twice hitting ability. Most of the time.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Papita. No Static Link available for ADR. And right on top of a shrine could be a little bit dangerous for the Radiant. Ravage is available, but there's no follow-up just yet. They're still waiting on the Medusa and Earth Spirit to join the fray. Papita going to serve as bait here. Static Storm is there, but the Illuminate comes through, connects large onto the enemy. There's no Eye of the Storm. However, the Ravage does get off. They kill off the Beastmaster. Ignis Fatuus keeps the Elder Titan in range. Magnetize is there. Moves. Mystic Snake chasing forward. Gets the Bounty Rune, though. That's really what matters, right? Illuminate and the Magnetize will finish off the Titan as a double kill for the Earth Spirit. Nice bait from Papita. He proves to be just tanky enough for his squad and gets the Ravage off. Didn't feel like Tomato was there for that one, but he may have been.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Still level 10 on this Monkey King. 13 on the Slark, 11 on the Razor. And overall net worth looks a bit dismal for the Dire squad. But they do have this hero who's a pretty good farmer. And they've got a Keeper that can stall the game. In the first game, we saw them lean on their late game similarly with the Arc Warden. So we'll see if the Medusa can carry them to the Promised Land in this one. Couple of boars gonna die here. Oh, one does. Somebody call PETA. And taking that hit, the Radiant will duck out of the pit. But ADR looks to find the Medusa here. She's just gonna straight up TP out. Meanwhile, on the west side, they'll find Wu's Keeper of the Light, roll away from the Earth Spirit. And Monkey King up to the high ground as well. So, well, that was easy from the Radiant side. Now they'll go back into the pit. Radiant do have vision as well of the Monkey King. Or at least his early movement. Earth Spirit makes the move in, gets the silence off, but he's going to die before Roche does. And the Primal Roar will find the Monkey King as well, and this kind of felt like a go-for-broke play from Infamous. They will get tipped. And this one is looking kind of grim at this point for Infamous. They do have great high ground defense still with the Keeper of the Light, the Tide Hunter, and the Medusa. But they are going to need this Medusa to get incredibly, incredibly fat in this one. We'll see if RoboZ has the spinal strength to carry his entire team. Wu is working on the 4 staff, still needs that ring.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Any other major item pickups? Wu does complete the 4 staff. Tomato still working on his first item. There is a Shadow Blade on the Slark. We've yet to see that kind of put to good use, but now that he does have this Aegis, he'll make his way into the Dire jungle under the cover of a Radiant Ward, and the rest of his squad will push in the top lane. It looks like this tier 2 will be given up uncontested. Oh, sentry just placed, but Leo able to make it off to the north. Meanwhile, they find the Razor. Gush is there, but he's able to plasma field and run away. Tomato going to be up in the trees.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Leo really wanted to put this Aegis to good use. Shadow Blade's up again. Not the most healthy as far as mana goes. He really can't use a Dark Pact here if he wants to save the Shadow Dance. Does just have enough now as he regens. Well, ADR perhaps a little bit out of position here. They'll just blinding light him away, and meanwhile on the back lines, Leo goes in towards the Tidehunter. He is going to get kicked away, but ADR going to look to chase. Nice body block on the Rolling Boulder. They'll kill off the Earth Spirit. And Astral Spirit pressing forward. Tomato kills off the Beastmaster in the meantime up top. Coddle Ultimate was used.
Regeneration. A gift from the great conductor. I'll take that.
Boundless Strike does connect onto the Razor. He has drums, but he's not going to be able to get away from this. And Ravage even going to be expended because, of course, there's a bounty rune here. That's really what matters. Now there's no Ravage, though. And he has a... Oh, he had a... Did not have a Quelling Blade, excuse me. I just expected the Slark to have one in general. Shadow Dance is going to be used. He's got a Dark Pact in 2. Jump forward. Oh, just short. And now Boulder connects. They know he's used his Shadow Dance. He does have Aegis, but they can probably kill him twice here if they're quick about it, and unable to do so. Meanwhile, Primal Roar does connect onto the Earth Spirit, but Beastmaster is all alone at the moment. Stomp will connect. Earth Splitter should finish the job here. Oh, nice 4 staff away from the Coddle. Beautiful play. Glimpse back, though, finds the Medusa. She will Manta up. Great item. And Stone Gaze comes through. They'll get the Aegis and the Titan, and will be right on top of the Slark as he respawns. Nice roll. Beautifully timed by Moose, who's been an MVP for Infamous. The Static Storm whiffs from Duster completely. He's not able to get in range to get the kinetic field. And they'll get the Aegis plus a kill on the Slark. And they don't lose a soul for it. Infamous clawing their way back into this one. Jump forward, Tomato. Gonna get glimpsed back. We'll get the Boundless Strike out, though, and the slow is there. Silence. Gush. One right click. Tomato gonna get the kill. These 4 staffs from Wu have been phenomenal. And after a really, really smooth early game for the Radiant, a couple of road bumps here along the way in the mid game, they've nullified their entire net worth lead, more or less. It's about at that 2K mark. And they've even crept into the lead as far as experience goes. And all the while, they've got this ticking time bomb, this Medusa farming away. Gets the Manta to be able to push out lanes in this one. Also, you've got that, you know, edge play where you're sitting on kinetic field. Oh gosh, Boundless Strike, but the Pact will be there to purge off the stun.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant may have seen that smoke.
Radiant's middle tower is
Jump forward, Primal Roar will find one, but it's a Tide Hunter. They do get the Static Storm off, but now the Will-O-Wisp is going to be thrown out onto the Beastmaster. Illuminate through Ravage is going to connect onto a couple, and the first kill to go down will be that Tide Hunter. Working on the backlines is the Slark. But nice Force Staff up to the high ground by the Keeper of the Light. Now the Razor trying to make it away. Moose does not have a roll just yet. Does have Magnetize. Will end up popping it off. Robo, no mana, however. And they do, with the Primal Spring, kill off the Razor. Now the Elder Titan coming through. 3-man stomp. Big right click is going to take out one. He's going to try and get the second. Gets him too. Slark finally finishes off that Coddle. Tomato, the only one to survive from the Radiant. Leo going to get a little bit of regen off of that Shadow Wave. And will force the buyback out from the Earth Spirit. Tomato looking to find one. Oh, and this should be an easy kill on the Elder Titan. Very optimistic TP there. And Tomato will find a return kill. Interesting fight altogether. Unfortunately, the fight recap doesn't end up capturing it all. But feels like the Slark surviving for the bulk of it, the Medusa and the Tide going down, and the buyback from the Earth Spirit for Infamous. Definite win for the Radiant side. And Slark surviving is going to be a fairly large deal for them. He is level 19 in this one. Highest by far. The Monkey King not even close to nipping at his heels in second place at level 15. So he's ever approaching that level 20 mark. And looking to work on that BKB as well. Tomato does go for his Diffusal Blade once again. We saw him pick that up in the last Monkey King game. Blink Medallion Beastmaster, full Sanj on top of 2 bracers for Dunha, who's had a very impactful game on his Elder Titan. 6, 6, and 9, involved in 17 of the 18 Radiant kills, the highest kill involvement by far. Involved in 15 of the 18. Good math. NA education right there. In any case, a large team fight participation for this Titan, especially early on. And we stagnate for a moment, back to farming. Duster working on a Glimmer Cape. BKB actually completed here by ADR. This could be a pretty big fight turner going forward. If he can just chase with reckless abandon. Of course, there's still the Stone Gaze to worry about. But Razor, a pretty quick hero, hopefully able to dodge that for his sake. And with the Inner Beast, they will assemble towards bottom lane, where this tier 1 will be easy to attain.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
But similarly, the Dire are mounting a push opposite side of the map. Leo going to push in mid, though, so 2 lanes pushing in for the Radiant, just a single pushing in for the Dire, and this tier 2 mid lane will be glyphed up, but will likely be taken out very, very quickly here. Oh, glimpse back on the Tide Hunter all the way to the off lane. This might be the opportunity for the Radiant to just push in here. Meanwhile, on the west side, they find with the Static Storm the Medusa. Primal Roar her up, bring her down, and Infamous in trouble here. They do have a buyback available. But again, the Tide Hunter is walking back in this one. Boundless Strike used. That's a 30-second cooldown or so. And Slark going to start to beat into this tier 3. Blinding Light is going to be there. And they will smoke up the remainder of the lineup. Slark will make it out to begin regenning, but they'll just take the Medusa kill for now. Roche is back up in 15 seconds. The Dire side should have scouted that Slark movement here. And they do see, well, that's a smoke, so no. Dire assembling over to the east. Will get the Radiant Ward denied on the cliff. and the sentry. Jockeying for position both sides, but Jesus and Amigos
Radiant are scanning.
are feeling good about their positioning here. Everyone's smoking behind Tomato, but they'll scout him immediately and force him down. Rolling Boulder up to the high ground, connects pretty much onto Duster. Boundless Strike is there. Meanwhile, on the east side, they do get the Primal Roar off into the Medusa. Ignus Fatus or Will-O-Wisp trying to keep her alive. Medusa is down, however, and they do get the Monkey King as well. Simultaneously, the two big cores of Infamous going to go down. No buyback, and the Slark, Leo style, moving forward onto the Tidehunter. However, the wave is approaching here, and they'll look for objective-based gaming. Leo gets quite low under the tier 4s, but he is a Slark, so will regen pretty quickly. And pretty big Illuminate here, but in fact, they may even be able to mount this defense just with the Coddle alone. As Medusa's back up in 10 seconds, they do end up losing their tier 3, but that's really all the Brazilians can get here. However, there is a Roshan available, and they are a Beastmaster lineup, so something for them to look at potentially. Potentially. Alrighty, that's a new one. Beastmaster makes his way down bottom, not all the way back to base, just to Shrine in order to get back to this Roche pit. Rest assured that Infamous are very well aware of its Roche's presence. Invis Rune bottled up. Duster has his Glimmer Cape. We saw that in the last fight, but he was dusted out. Jump forward. Gush is there. Glimpse, though, will secure Duster's retreat for a moment, at least. Boundless Strike could be available. It is nighttime, however. Jump forward. Boundless Strike connects onto 2. Duster could be eliminated immediately, and is. And now roll forward. Get the silence off onto the Beastmaster. The slow is there from the kick as well. Nice Echo Stomp on the backlines to keep them from pursuing. But the Earth Spirit is enough by his lonesome to secure that kill. Moose has been absolutely MVP tier all series long and all day for Infamous. And this is likely going to mean Roche for them. The Beastmaster does have a buyback. The Disruptor is up in 15. Not sure about the TP cooldown of the Beastmaster, however. And it looks like they're feeling pretty confident that Infamous is far too slow as a lineup to take out this Roche. And they'd be right in assuming so. Slark should be scouted here, and he is. Papita looking to maybe find someone walking out from base. And just assume the high ground here. And a smart play by Infamous, just taking it this way. Or, excuse me, Jesus e Amigos taking it north.
Dire's middle barracks are
Not falling for the Infamous trap. Jump forward. Ravage is going to find only the Razor, and he's got a BKB. Stomp connects onto 2. Static Storm is there as well. Earth Spirit the first to fall. Tide soon to follow. And Medusa being linked up does get the Stone Gaze off, but it really won't do much. Slark is completely ignoring her. Turned around. BKB takes out the Monkey King, and now the Dusa. And it looks like that is GG, and the towel is thrown in from Infamous in this game 2, guys. We're going to see a deciding game 3 between this Peru versus Brazil matchup. 5th Plick Slark working out. Early lane changes abundant as well. And Infamous are going to have their attempts thwarted at moving forward in this lower bracket. Jesus e Amigos are going to take it forward to a deciding game 3. We'll see if the young hero Tomato can take them out, or if Brazil will prevail in this one to move forward, looking for that final slot into this 3rd major of the DPC season. Guys, thanks for joining me so far here, MRP on twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit. We will have one final game in the South American coverage. The other game also being covered on twitch.tv/DreamLeague. I believe that's Thunder Predator versus SG also going on, so be sure to get your multi-Twitch up and running. But a really good game overall from Jesus e Amigos, and they will take it to this third decider. Be back shortly, guys, with Game 3.